Hi, my name is Kate Wagner with Read Learning Educational Services in Silver Moon Spelling Rules. Welcome to our Syllable video series. If you're just joining us, please take a moment to watch our first two videos. What is a syllable and what is a closed syllable? Then join us again here to learn more about our next syllable type, open syllables. Previously, I explained that syllables are classified based on vowel sound and spelling pattern, which makes the vowel sound both predictable and essential to teach. Today, we will talk about our next syllable type, closed syllables. This syllable type is often taught to students in the beginning stages of spelling instruction. Students will need to be able to identify an open syllable pattern in set 1 of the Blue Book in the Silver Moon spelling system. For more information on this, you can reference the introduction to Part 2 on page 44 of your Blue Silver Moon Instructor's Manual. Now, what is an open syllable? Well, an open syllable ends with a single vowel that is open at the end. In other words, it is not closed off by anything else. In open syllables, the vowel will always make its long sound. Let's take a look at a couple examples to demonstrate this further. We're going to start by looking at the word she. Now notice the word she has just one vowel and nothing's closing it off at the end. Therefore, this is an open syllable and the E makes its long sound. Let's look at another one. Let's say we put another letter at the end of the word she to make it say shed. Now take a look closely. It just has one vowel, but it's not open at the end. In fact, the letter D is closing off the E. Therefore, the word shed is not an open syllable, and the E is making the short sound as an eddy. Let's look at another one. We have the word go. The O is the only vowel at the end of this word, and there's nothing closing it off. Therefore, if you guessed it's open, it sure is. It's an open syllable, and therefore the O is long, like the word open. Now, what if we added a couple more letters to the word go and turned it into the word goat? Now this word has two vowels, and we can say right away, it certainly can't be an open syllable because it has two vowels and they're closed off at the end. It's still the long sound, but we call this by a different syllable name. Check out the word fry. Now in this word, the Y is acting as a vowel, which is why I put it in the yellow color. So it only has one vowel, and there's nothing closing it off at the end. Therefore, in the word fry, it is an open syllable with a long vowel sound. Let's take a look at a multi-syllable word. Now notice there is no consonant in front of this vowel in the word icon. It's more than one syllable, so I'm going to tap it out and look at the syllables in isolation. Icon. The first syllable says I. It has one vowel, and there's nothing closing it off. Therefore, the first syllable is open, and the vowel is long. Let's take a look at that second syllable, icon. In the syllable con, there's just one vowel, but it's not open at the end. This would be a short vowel sound and a closed syllable, con. All right, let's look at one more word that is more than one syllable. We have the word refill. I'm going to tap it out. Refill. The first syllable, re, has one vowel, and there's nothing closing it off. Therefore, that is an open syllable, and the vowel is long. come back to that orange box when we're finished looking at the word. The second syllable is fill. Notice it has just one vowel, but it's not open at the end. This is a closed syllable, and that's why the I is short, making it say the I sound, as in the word itchy. So this word has two types of syllables. The first syllable is open, and the second syllable is closed. That dictates the sound that each vowel is making. Now, you may be wondering why the first syllable has an orange box around it. That's because it technically is a prefix. Prefixes are separated out because they change the meaning of a word. That's why we put an orange box around re. Now, there are several patterns that could be considered open syllable patterns. Notice that a vowel by itself, open at the end of the word, is an open syllable pattern. There are many patterns that can create open syllables, like a consonant followed by a vowel, or two consonants followed by a vowel, or even three consonants followed by a vowel. These would all be considered open syllable patterns. It doesn't matter how many consonants are in front of the vowel, as long as it remains open. It's kind of like the vowel is free to open the door with no one getting in its way. You might remember a similar analogy from my previous video on closed syllables, and we've created another great visual to assist you in your teaching. Notice we have the vowel here, opening the door with no one getting in its way. To download this free resource, along with other great visuals, go to www.silvermoonspellingrules.com and click on Free Resources. From there, you can download and print these resources for free for your use. Now, Set 1 of our Silver Moon Spelling Rules series introduces open syllables along with closed syllables. In your Set 1 Instructor's Manual, you will find an organized and systematic word list for open syllable practice. Practice is the best way for students to understand this concept fully. In this video, I introduced you to open syllables, and in our next videos, we will cover 5 more types of syllables as shown in the progression on your screen. I hope you found this video helpful, and don't forget to check back for more videos on the 7 types of syllables. Until then, happy teaching!